Hi Internet! So I reread The Fault in Our Stars pretty recently and I wanted to do a review on it, on doing a rereading of this book. For me, when I read a book, it's kind of like when you get out of a movie and right after watching it and you just don't really know what went on or what the plot was about or specific details of the plot, and it just like kind of leaves an impression on you and not really a really substantial impression. So I didn't feel like I could make a review on this book the first time I read it because of how meticulously written it was. And I must say that it was an amazing experience. I guess I should give like YouTube the down low on The Fault in Our Stars, which is kind of ridiculous to me because I feel like everyone on YouTube has read this book or know about it. But I'm just gonna say it anyway. So The Fault in Our Stars is a young adult book about two teenagers. One's called Hazel and the other one's called Augustus. And the peculiarity in their relationship is that they both have cancer. They meet in a support group and they immediately hit it off, and that's how the story begins. It took 12 years for John Green to write this book, and I could definitely see all the thought, all the soul, and all the, craft that he put into this book for so many years. It is like the culmination of all of this thought and all this reflection, and it is amazing. The reason why I think that The Fault in Our Stars is such a good book and so well written is because every sentence, every thought that he puts into this book is relevant towards the end of the book. Everything is connected. Oh my goodness, it's a masterpiece. It is such a masterpiece. That is extremely hard to do as a writer because books are essentially so long that it takes so much talent and soul and honesty to write something like this. The only book I could really compare it to make a fair comparison is probably Catcher in the Rye. A lot of the ideas from Catcher in the Rye actually made it into this book. If you watched his video about Catcher in the Rye and how he did like a sort of book club about it, he discusses the part with the pond where Holden goes to the pond and asks, what happens to the ducks when the pond freezes over. And John Green puts in his 2 cents and says that he's not asking about the ducks, he's asking about himself. What happens to him when the pond freezes over? And I saw that idea so hard into this book when Hazel just questions a book written by Peter Van Houten and asks what happens to the character in the fictional book in this book. It's very metafictional, but yeah, I'm confusing myself. Yeah, she just asks what happens to the character's parents in that book, and she's really asking about what would happen to her parents when she dies. And I thought that part was amazing and really delved into the psyche of Hazel without being too forceful and too obvious. Is extremely subtle. My only complaint is about the father because I don't know. I wish he was more relevant in the beginning because I don't think you really get to know her father until midway through the book, or maybe like 1/3 of the way through the book, and he seems like such a relevant character throughout the story, especially at the end. I really wanted to see more of her father in the beginning, just to be like, okay, hey, this guy is relevant throughout the story. He's gonna say something really relevant to Hazel and you should pay attention to him, but didn't get any of that. The first time I read it, I thought that her dad died or her dad was dead. I was like, oh, this poor kid, she has cancer and her dad is dead? That sucks. But no, that wasn't the case at all. If I had written something like this, I probably would have forgotten a lot more relevant details that I should have focused on too, but just a lot more because, I don't think I'm as good as a writer as John Green is. I didn't cry. I didn't cry either times I've read it. I was very close, but it was only when her dad cried that I almost cried. I didn't cry at the end at all. I was just like, oh, you know, c'est la vie, I guess. I don't know, maybe I have a heart of stone. Alright, so this is the end of my video. Alright. I keep saying alright, I need to stop. I need to stop saying basically, alright, like, those words, I need to stop. Stop. I'll see you later. Bye.